Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 12th of April. Starting with the DAX here on the hourly chart. From wave 3 here back to wave 4, we're looking at the 38.2% retracement level at the 11,800. It hasn't pulled back down that far. It could, but at the same time, we need to prepare for a move to the upside. And I think that we're on the cash market. This low here is lower than this one here. So I think this is the end of wave 4, and we've got wave 1 here and wave 2 here. And if that's the case, then we can look to be long, not on the top there, but on the second high here. Okay, if it drops down through here, then we would look for the length of this here, so that there we can just move that to here. So then would come down to the 38.2% retracement level. So just be a little bit mindful of that. But otherwise we'll call this wave 1 to the upside and wave 2 back here, and then we'll be, if I can just clean these up here, we don't need a lot of this now. So this will be 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5 coming into this space here, and then we'll come down for the wave A here. So I don't think the tick chart is much more help, but we'll go and have a little look at that as well. So yeah, just focuses in on, we have an impulse wave up here, and then this appears to be corrective, wave A to here. Wave A could also be over here, by the way, as well, but I've got as an A and a B and a C wave here, and then you can see the 5 waves down here for this. So and then it appears that we've got a bit of an impulse wave here, probably 1 and 2 in here, and 3 and 4 in here, and 5 here, so an A, B, C here. But what you can do, this is group 1 here, 1, 2, and 3 of 900. So that there as tested support creates the long trade from that point. Okay, and then we can look at this here as wave 1 here and wave 2 here. That could pull back to that 50-60% retracement level, but that's not the important point here. The important point here is that I can't draw on this side, so I'll have to draw on this side, and I'll draw up here where it's clean. We have the arrival, the reaction. We're looking for the first high above it, so we're looking for some type of correction now. It may not come back very far, but this kind of puts, taking those highs out here could put you safe, but also the stop needs to go below the 61.8% mark here. So if this is here, if that is the case here, then the stop needs to go below here. So it needs to go tuck under here, under those little, under that little wave 2 there. Okay. So yeah, then look to add to the upside as well. So adding on 40 and 50 would be the go here as well. So I'll just clear this up here. So it should move quite swiftly, really, because we're in a third wave here, and the third wave should be longer than this one here. But the problem with that is that we're hitting 12,000 here, so that's also going to cause a bit of a problem. That means that wave 5 will probably be the shorter, so 1 and 2 here if that's the case. Wave 3, wave 4 and wave 5, well, this number will pull one of the wave structures shorter. Which one I'm not sure, but to begin with we can look for a length here for this at minimum. Yeah, so something in that space there. Okay. The CAC I'm not quite sure about, really. I've just changed the count a little bit. We've already made a new high here. So we've got overlapping wave structures within all of this here, but it's probably wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and a third wave here. It can still be a wave B here, like an A. It can still be, copy this for a second, an A and a B and a C wave here as well, and we just come straight down from that point there as well. So I don't want to go long here because we're at 5 is the second strongest number. So it's not, it's going to be sort of stormy waters in this area here. So it's just not worth it. The short trade here now, with that sitting there where it is, you could look at it if you see weakness on the Friday. Well, this is the support here, isn't it? So it makes it a bit far away. And you couldn't really short it until that level there became, until the 5466 became the retested resistance at that point. But this is what I mentioned last time here with this too. If it moves up here, we want the reference point of 3, 1 and 2 here, these lows here, to short it from that point. But you could get in a little bit earlier if it's going to move there. Otherwise, we'll look at that as 5 waves to the upside. The FTSE, yeah, I've just rearranged this a little bit as well here for a wave 4 here. So looking at this as a top now of wave 3, an A and a B and a C for wave 4, wave 1 here and wave 2 here. Not that it makes a big difference, but here, this is the top of group 1 here, so subgroup 1, so it ends in a 30. If that becomes the support, or that top gets taken out, then you can go long from that point and you can trade all the way up to 7,500. If the 74 becomes the retested resistance, then we're in a bigger bearish trend at that point, and you'll need to be on the short side if the 77,400 becomes the retested resistance. And also for, I don't think the tick chart is much more help for this one. It's the same as the other guys really, yeah. So wave 1, ABC for 2. So if the other way to look at this too, I mean, for further levels, but that's okay. So the 61.8% is right on the 74.30, so it's going to jostle there for a while. Hopefully this might be wave 1 and 2 here, and then 3 here and 4 here and 5 here. So then there'll be an A and a B and a C coming back 50-60%. So that reference point high here, as I always say. So anyway, 74.30 as support creates the long trade, and 74 as resistance creates the short trade from that point. The Italian MIB, I've also got that as a wave 4 here now as well, and I'm looking at all of this being the third wave here. And if you're going to go long here, then I suppose support on 2180 is 800 is cool, or you want to breach it. Yeah, you want to see a strong move up there first, but that's okay, because this would be at the 61.8% of this move down through here. So you might be able to get a better trade. If the other markets are in strength, then this market will push up higher. So it'll be the 1 and the 2 in here, and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 here, finishing this off here. Yeah, so let's just see if we get strength first. That's the main thing. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.